Got this thing rinsed off. So the only thing I will say is I'm not a fan of the black panels. Obviously I got a red buggy, but the fit and the finish of these doors, as I said previously, is just amazing. What's going on, everybody? So today we are going to install the long-awaited CFMOTO U10 Pro doors. These are full doors, the glass, power windows, the whole nine. So this is 2025 CFMOTO U10 Pro. We showed you the rear glass install, kind of did you a little walkthrough on the glass. Now we're going to get to these side doors that everybody is on a hold for. So let's get to it. All right, guys, so everything is T30. These up here are Allen heads on your mirror. Something that is not in the directions. You do have to remove the mirrors to install the doors. You'll pull the bracket off and the mirror itself will mount directly to the door, so we'll show you guys that. But essentially you gotta take this netting off. And there's all new hardware when you get your doors, so don't save any of this. I've been saving it, putting it in the cup holder just so we have it, but it's not necessary. We gotta remove the mirror, and then we'll get everything mounted up. So this grab bar here, you just gotta get an Allen key, reach back in, pull that bolt out, and then the bottom toe I used a 14 mm. Mirror off, head off, and grab bar off. So let's go ahead over to the door. I'm going to show you all the brackets, the bolts, all the hardware that comes with it. Sorry guys, I gotta have the heat on in here. It is cold outside. We had negative 16 yesterday, so you can imagine. Alright, so I opened this door yesterday. This is going to be your cover panel. We'll set that up and out of the road. This is all the hardware you need. Now it does come with new bolts and everything, so we're going to go ahead and get the little cargo cup here installed out with 4 screws. We're going to go ahead and attach the cable, and we're going to flip it over and attach the brackets that actually go to the body or the roll cage on the buggy. Alright guys, so we're going to show you the driver's side install, and we already have the passenger side installed. I'm going to kind of walk through this driver's side. It's a little easier. One of the main things is you got to take this back seat off. There's one bolt in the back. Pop that out, pull your seat out, get your clip, that's your pigtail for your power. Pull that out, plug it in, pop it back in, put the one bolt in. That's the easiest way to get to that. If you don't have a back glass, you can access the back here and then the bottom and pull the whole seat out, but we got the back glass, so it's a little harder to do. So the main difference over here, the driver's side seat is literally going to pop out of the bottom and lift up, and it's out of place. So reason is, you gotta get to this bolt here, and you're gonna have to get to the pigtail for the power on the doors, which is right there. All right guys, so this is the part number. Let's get to it. All right everybody, so this is what you should expect in your hardware kit. This is your little cargo cup, your cup holder, whatever you want to call it. It's gonna be down here on the bottom of the door. It snaps in place, and it also will screw down. You're gonna have the lower bracket. This will be the upper bracket, and it'll mount just like this. So the acorns will actually face out, and those are for your screws. They're milled out perfect. Your door extension cable, new latch, new bolts, and directions. These directions are much better than the rear glass directions that I got previously. So they do follow most steps. Like I said, the only thing that this does not include is removing the mirrors. And again, we'll go through that. I'll show you how it mounts directly on the door. It's a really nice setup. All right, so let's go ahead and start with this cup. Out of the new hardware bolts, you got 7 standard screws. I believe these are T20 or T25. I'll find out in just a sec. There's 7 of them. 3 of them need set aside. They go in the black panel or the color match panel for the front of the door. 4 of them will get used into this. So these are indeed T30, same as everything else we took off. So we'll throw it on the ratchet. This guy pops right into place. So set it down in. It's gonna make me a liar. That's that. Okay, so in your kit, there is an overextension cable. There is 2 bolts in here. This one and this one. I don't know if you can see that or not. The skirt on this one is much bigger than this one. The longer skirt is gonna go in the door. The shorter skirt goes directly to the cage. You're gonna find this right at the back corner of the glass, right here. And that skirt simply allows that to move up and down whichever way. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put on the door hinges. Now keep in mind, these hinges do have a recess in one side. For the bolts, they're kind of acorn down in, they're milled down. They fit in and give a flush finish. So make sure that side is up. The bolts that go into the door are the hex heads. Now something I do is I center these up, I hand start everything, and then we'll run it in with the impact. Same thing with the lower bracket. Make sure the acorn is facing up, facing out, however you want to word it. Let's go over here and get the latch on. Once we have the latch on, we are ready to install the door. I will say these doors are built very heavy. They're not a light piece at all. So 2 guys, I would say, is required for this install. Unless you're Superman and can handle it all. So. All right guys, same thing here. So this goes up, the overextended part comes out. I'm gonna set everything right around the mid-range. Give ourselves a little bit of leeway no matter what. All right guys, so there's one more quick thing I'd like to go over, the mirror. So I said you pull the bracket off the back. This is just the mirror this is just the mirror base. So it's got 2 holes in it. It's literally gonna mount right on here. And I do not believe that the door hardware came with new bolts. I didn't see them anyway on either side. So I'm gonna reuse my bolts. I'm gonna put them in there and start, and remember, everything is freshly painted on these doors, so some stuff doesn't want to go in right away. Just give it a little persuasion, I think it'll go in just fine. Obviously, don't cross thread it. Alrighty guys, that's it. Up or down a little. Down. Down. I don't know. I'm not back there. It's not lining up. Loosen this bottom so I can raise it up and down. Bring it straight back. I had somebody actually write me and request information about this seal, and as you can see, this seal is solid. Now whenever you adjust your doors, adjust it backward, forward. I noticed I had a little tight back here, so I moved it forward, and that brought that seal perfect on both sides. So something to look at when you're doing it. But fit and finish is just, like I say, it's there. So it's nice, you got the driver's side window and the passenger side window. You'll see in the video where you install the pigtails and all that. But everything is really snug in here. Again, opens easy, shuts super easy. It's a nice setup. Once we get the color match panels in, we'll show you how to install those. They're simple. I don't know if we included that on our video, but essentially this panel will push on and push forward, and then there's 2 bolts in the back and 1 in the front. Doesn't get much easier. Alright guys, we hope this video was a little bit helpful to somebody. If nothing else, you know, you got to see the install and kind of form your own opinion on the quality. Let's go for a little ride. See guys, everything seems real quiet in the cab. You don't hear a ton of the motor, not a ton of air moving.
31 degrees out. I don't have my seatbelt on, so we'll be restricted to 9 mile an hour, 10 mile an hour. Nice, not a lot of airflow. You feel a little bit of air coming in here, not much. I think it's more around the latch. And then there's a spot right here. So through the door you can kind of see that old latch or something. something was there. I'm not really sure. But that's the only little spots that I feel any air come from.
I highly recommend these doors to anybody that's looking to buy a set. They are great. All right, everybody. Well, that's the end of the video. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what I can change or do better next time. Thanks.